Hi, today's topic is 3D user interface. Look at the picture on the left. Can you tell which ones are 3D UIs and which are 2D UIs? When we think about 3D UI, we may imagine UI with 3D graphics or law set in 3D space. But when we try to define what makes a 3D UI, and how it's different from a 2D UI, it becomes very tricky. Unlike 2D UI, 3D UI doesn't have clear rules or guidelines. This is because 3D UI includes many forms, devices, and ways to interact. 2D UI has been around longer, so it has more research and tools, like hardware, software, and gesture. Mobile platforms also have their own design rules. But the other hand, IEEE 3D User Interface Conference only started in 2006. 3D UI also face change from fast-changing technology, new devices and teach like VR, AR, and mixed reality MR keep coming out. These technologies change how we interact with digital space. They bring new opportunities, but also make designers adapt quickly. 3D UI can be used in many areas, like games, education, healthcare, and include industrial training. For example, doctors can use 3D UI to protect surgeons or engineers can test design in virtual environments. This use makes it easier to handle complex 3D data, work faster, and make fewer mistakes. To understand 3D UI rules, we need to define what 3D UI is. The article gives two definitions. The first is when user can do text directly in 3D space. This 3D space can be real or virtual. The picture here shows a comparison. The left is a web page where users interact in 2D with a keyboard and mouse. The right is a work by TeamLab where users can directly change things in a real 3D space. The second definition of 3D UI is that it must include 3D position or orientation. Based on these definitions, 3D UI can be mixed technologies for new experience. For example, gesture device like lip motion let user move virtual object. Adding haptic feedback let user feel virtual object. This mix expands what 3D UI can do. And when designing 3D UI, we must think about users' need and background. For beginners, the UI should be simple and easy to understand, using common ideas to help them learn quickly. For advanced users, the UI can include extra features and customize, so they adjust it for their tasks. The goal of 3D UI design is to make interacting with technology feel natural and easy. We should also keep up with new tech to improve the user experience. A good 3D UI doesn't just solve tech problems. It helps users finish their tasks faster and more enjoyable. And finally, here are the design principles for 3D UI. General HCI principles are still useful, but they are not enough for 3D UI. These principles come from the 3D UI Design Handbook. And 1. Understand the design specs. Check what technologies are needed for the task. If current technology doesn't work, try mixing different ones. And 2. Mapping and DOF. For example, the Titan sub is extend user game controller to operate a submarine. This makes us sick. Is this kind of controller good for moving position or controlling speed? And 3. Use simple methods. In 2D UI, a folder icon clearly means a group of files. In 3D UI, design a graphic action like picking up something in real life make it easier to understand and use. And 4. Migration problem. When moving the UI to others' device or screens, changes to design or control may be needed. And 5. Keep it simple. Make interaction easy and clear to lower user frustration. And 6. Keeping testing. After design, keep testing and improving to make it better for users. And the report is finished. Thanks for listening.